All right, it is the 27th day of April, 2026. It is 9 a.m. We're in the Commissioner's Courtroom in the Aransas County Courthouse. Located at 308 North Live Oak, Rockport, Texas, 78382. I call this regular meeting to order. Please stand and join me with the evocation.
Father, we always thank you for the blessings of this new day and for everyone that's gathered here today. And Lord, we invite your presence into this meeting today. We pray that you fill this room with your presence and you enter everyone's heart here today, so that as these commissioners consider the business of this county, that they will consider how it affects all the citizens of this county, and that your will might flow through them and do what benefits all of our citizens. We pray you watch over and keep safe our commissioners that choose to serve this county. Give them the wisdom and guidance they need to do their job. For it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right. Roll call.
Commissioner Cheney?
Here.
Commissioner Casterline?
Here.
Commissioner Russo? Here. Commissioner Dupnick?
Here.
Judge Garza?
Here. We've got a full court, and I want to thank Commissioner Dupnick for being here. He's in a little neck brace, but he's looking fabulous.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, thank you. That's how dedicated he is. All right, we're going to have a public participation, citizens to be heard. First up, Stephanie Simmons.
Good morning, Judge and Commissioners.
Morning.
As you said, my name is Stephanie Simmons, and I am the Executive Director of Rockport Fulton Good Samaritans. I'm here today to thank you for your support of our organization. Our primary mission is to provide access to quality, nutritious food to Aransas County residents who are experiencing food insecurity. It is with sincere appreciation for the county's $100,000 commitment for 2026 from the Health Care Sales Tax Fund that I would like to share how the first $25,000 was used to support health in Aransas County. In quarter one of 2026, we served 908 households, representing 2,095 individuals across 2,240 client visits. Of the individuals served, 25% were children aged 17 and younger, 50% were adults ages 18 to 59, 25% were age 60 and older. These included 82 new clients who received food assistance for the first time. County funding was used to provide direct support to these individuals and families who are facing food insecurity and health-related needs. $12,320 was spent on food purchases to help ensure consistent access to groceries. We are also seeing more ready-to-eat items from our HEB partnership, which helps us to better serve individuals who are not able to cook. $6,027 supported hygiene items for households in need. $1,600 provided medical and prescription assistance. $753 supported transportation to medical appointments. The remaining $4,300 provided utility assistance, helping prevent disconnection of essential services such as electricity and water that directly support health, safety, and housing stability. As we move through the second quarter, demand remains steady. With summer approaching, we anticipate increased need for utility and cooling support. Families may also experience greater food needs with their children home from school. We're preparing by making sure we have the volunteers in place, keeping an eye on inventory, and continuing to work alongside our community partners. Speaking of community partners, I'm excited to share that the mobile health clinic from South Texas Family Planning and Health Corporation is now going to be visiting Good Samaritans on site every month on the first Wednesday during our open hours. For anyone who may not be aware, Good Samaritans is open Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. In closing, I want to emphasize that this funding is playing a critical role in supporting the health and well-being of hundreds of households in Aransas County. We cannot thank you enough for your partnership in serving those who need it most. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Stephanie.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, we've got an online submission.
Yes.
Commissioner Rousseau?
This was received from Christy Rutledge on Dana Drive, who's in my precinct, asking me to read her comments, and they are regarding agenda item number 10. I am submitting comments in support of Rockport's TERS. Please read these comments prior to agenda item 10. Agenda item 10 is for the county's interlocal agreement to support Rockport's TERS, but this interlocal agreement is not located in the agenda packets Dropbox. I understand the county has debated and revised your interlocal agreement for Rockport's TERS in closed session for months. Therefore, I have not had a chance to review the interlocal agreement that commissioners will vote on today with agenda item 10. I have only two things to comment. First, I don't know what took so long to get the county's interlocal on the agenda. It's very important to enter into this agreement with the county. I committed to the success of the TERS. Thank you for getting the interlocal on the agenda and passed. Second, your interlocal agreement will give the county seats on the City of Rockport's TERS board. If the county appoints people who are adversarial to the TERS or the City of Rockport, is that really an agreement to support the TERS? I would like for my Commissioner Pat Rousseau to make an amendment to the interlocal agreement agenda item number 10, restricting county appointments to the TERS board. If someone has signed a petition against the county's TERS, Andrew Kane's online petition, or has sued or filed official petitions against the City of Rockport, that person should be ineligible for appointment by the county to the TERS board. I do not believe it is in the best interest of all taxpayers to adopt this interlocal if the county appoints someone who is adversarial to the TERS or the City of Rockport. Thank you again for passing the interlocal today. Please commit to the success of the TERS. Thank you. Best regards, Christy Rutledge.
All right, thank you. And then is Kathy here? Oh, you are here. You made it. Okay. We got Kathy Kane.
All righty. I'm going to throw a lot of numbers at y'all, so I shared that with Misty ahead of time. I had the opportunity to work with staff.
Excuse me?
Oh,
Would you introduce yourself in here?
Kathy Kane, and I think I'm talking on item 15, 10, 15?
I think.
Anyway, the community center. Okay. So I had the opportunity to work with staff to schedule and host 2 events at the community center. Very happy with the team and the meeting space. So I'm very interested in seeing this on the agenda. So I just really quickly wanted to review the proposed policy and rate schedule with a few questions, since I've had the recent experience of using the facility. So your outline of rental rates are just not mathing to me. Sunday through Thursday rates of $600 per day is about $42 per hour, given your 14-hour rental day. But if I choose to rent it on an hourly basis, I would only spend $420, which is $30 times 14 hours. The same holds true when you look at Friday and Saturday. $1,200 is $85, $80 per hour would only be $11.20. Typically, when you rent a facility for the day, you have a price break at the 6 to 8 hour window. But with this rate, there's no advantage to renting it for the day, given your hours of operation. I also didn't quite understand the extra hours section. It's a $50 per hour a price break for Friday and Saturday. So instead of paying, say, $80 an hour for hours 5 and 6 in a 6-hour event, I would just maybe pay $50 per hour for those extra 2 hours. So my cost would be $420 instead of $480. That makes sense. So my question next is, well, what's your price break if I do that on a Sunday through Thursday during the week? Which would make sense if you would lower it less than the $30. The next one I looked at was what is extra hours? What does that really mean? So when we rented, or not rented, but when we made an agreement to reserve it for 2 events, with the center for 5 hours for the Aggie Muster and about 6 hours for the Historical Society. I added in my setup and breakdown time into that reservation, so I'm not sure what the purpose is of those extra hours, except to maybe give you a break. The start time at Sunday through Thursday at 9 and at 10 on Friday and Saturday, to me, that's just not early enough. If I want to do a morning meeting or have a brunch, then I really want to get into the facility before I want that to start. So 9 a.m. seems a little late to start a morning meeting. And I skipped one. Discounts are available for nonprofits, first responders, other community systems, and I think that's great. But there's no discounts stated for hourly rates. The discounts are just at the daily rate, which again, to me, I would never do a daily rate. And then you also have a security deposit that's outlined in the policy, stated as $500, but on the rate sheet, it says that that security deposit is $25 for your hourly deposit and is non-refundable. So it's just a few things, and as a person that would rent it, I had some questions about how I would actually apply that. From a policy perspective, one of the things that was suggested was putting in a water hog mat. That's just not something that I, as a general citizen, would have or even know what it is to go by. I looked it up and I understand what it is, but I was wondering if that was something that y'all could add as an amenity with strict instructions on how to use it. It makes sense to preserve the carpet, but it's not something that I would have or have the need for, so to me, that should be part of your amenities. At Aggie Muster, we utilize small candles as part of our Remembrance celebration. Now, we didn't have this policy in place. If the policy had been in place, we would have been told we couldn't do that. We held little small candles with a drip underneath it for maybe 5 minutes total. It really is a very moving part of our tradition. I understand not wanting to have every table with candles because of fire hazard, but something small like that, that's a short time frame, seems like there ought to be a little bit of wiggle room to at least say, let us talk to you about what we want to do. It also talked about not using push pins, tape, etc. as being banned, but then in your be sure to clean up and remove, it tells you take all your push pins and your tape and everything off the walls. So that doesn't make any sense. So one of the solutions I've talked about with the team was that if you put up a picture hanging solution like a gallery rail rack, that would allow us to decorate and yet preserve not putting things on the wall. And then in the facility use agreement, an insurance requirement is mentioned. I don't even know what that is. I mean, as a private citizen or as a nonprofit organization, to purchase that policy for $1 million just seems like a cost that would not make sense for us to have a single day or a several hour event. And I think I'm out of time. The rental checklist talks about decorations again, which is a little conflict in the policy. Okay, I'm just going to start, just end it real quick and just say, I really appreciated the opportunity that y'all gave us to let us have these two events while you're working out the details. I hope you think that my comments are not a criticism. They're really just looking through that lens of a recent person that did this event. If I'd read these first, I'd have been coming and asking you all these questions individually. So
Thank you.
that was it.
Appreciate
It's a
it.
great event. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
Colin's team is wonderful. So.
And that is all. Anybody else? Anybody online, Colin? All right. We'll move on to presentations and proclamations. Item number 1 is a presentation update by Aransas County Animal Care on the Community Shop Grant and for what Aransas Animal Care has been able to achieve and plan with the grant. I guess these will help.
Good morning,
Morning,
everybody.
Good morning.
Do I point it a certain place or? Okay. Good morning. I'm here today to provide an update on the impact of the Community Shop Grant on Aransas County Animal Care Services for the first quarter of 2026. This funding has been instrumental in allowing us to implement professional marketing and photography, which has directly resulted in saving lives and increasing our outplacement rates. Sorry. Through our partnership with Portrait Barn, if you could do. Portrait Barn, we have conducted multiple professional photo shoots with our urgent and long-term shelter animals. These high-quality photos do more than just make our animals look good. They help potential adopters connect with them, which has been a critical driver in our success. Furthermore, our new approach to our Facebook marketing if you can see here, you can look, on February 20th is when we did this photo shoot. The biggest thing I want you to see is that the puppies left shortly after that photo shoot was posted, and we had all of that on our Facebook marketing. Leaving to where 4 puppies literally left the next day. Then the following couple of days later, we had 4 more leave. And then we had Elfie leave a couple of days later after that. So what usually a whole litter like this, if a rescue doesn't pull them all at once, we could potentially have 1 puppy left over for 3 to 4 months previously. Furthermore, our new outreach approach to the Facebook marketing included a candid ride-along style photos. If you want to click the next one. These are the photo shoot that we did on February 27th. If you look again, Another Chance was able to pull 3 of these dogs that we took our photos for, because they're able to utilize these photos as well to send to rescues to get placement for them. And Crisp got adopted. Rex, Meaty, and Coriander are still current residents, but we do actually have an adopter potentially getting Meaty this week, and Coriander may be going to a rescue. So again, the photos have made it to where animals are not staying as long. We are noticing our shelter stay is shortening at least by 15 days within the last 2 months. You can click to the next one. Okay, so here's our Facebook marketing. On our Facebook marketing, if you look at the big spike on February 21st, that's when we posted those puppies. 42% was our multi-photo, which means those are the photos that we had professionally photographed. Our single photos were 36.5, our reels were 12.3, and people clicking the links was only a 6.9. But if you look at the biggest part is the followers is only 22%. Those are our people that are currently our followers on our Facebook page. We actually are hitting the non-followers, 77.8%. That means everyone sharing these photos, everybody interacting with these photos. We're getting that call out, and it's going to help make these animals move instead of having them stay, which ultimately saves more lives, at the same time doesn't cost the county as much money to care for them that long as well, and we can help more out. February 26th, there's that other spike, and that's because we were getting ready and starting to post for our adoption event that was coming up. You can click the next one. You can see from February 1st all the way up to February 26th, the followers are pulling up. And again, more followers means more movement. Our biggest shock that we saw was we were actually hitting a larger of the older crowd, which is 45-year-olds to 54-year-olds. And then if you look, Rockport is 60%, Fulton is 10%, Aransas Pass is 9%, Corpus Christi is 8%, Ingleside is 4%, and Portland is 2%. So we are eventually branching out, but I'm interested to see how much of the other counties or cities that we actually see start coming and start following. So the more around the surrounding areas, again, more homes for the animals. February, we had 2 adoption events. We teamed up with Fur Fighter Mobile Grooming at the Rockport Volunteer Fire Department and Comfort Code for an adoption event. And then February 21st was actually our remarkable month of success, where we had 15 animals adopted. 5 dogs went to Gulf Coast Humane Society, 3 went to Another Chance, 2 dogs left to the Humane Society of Rockport Fulton, and 6 cats with Cat Friends, ultimately saving 31 lives and opening more kennels for other animals to come in. On March 18th, we actually had another photo shoot with, I believe that's 8 dogs. Yes, and shortly after Arcanine was adopted, Polygraph was adopted. Another Chance pulled Growlithe, Freddie, and Drake, and 3 actually, 2 just left. Amara was adopted at our adoption event that we had at Market Days. And Michael Jackson just left to rescue by Another Chance, and Ghostface is still a current resident. Ultimately, we had 32 photographs, and only 6 are remaining currently in the shelter from February to March. Furthermore, a new approach on the Facebook marketing included a candid ride-along style to help change the perception of our department. These images show the public that our officers are approachable, ready, and to engage to provide services, resources to the community. And this impact, a lot of it speaks for itself. When you look at this, you can tell that our officers aren't just gonna sit here and yell at you, tell you that, hey, I'm gonna write you a citation because you're not putting your dog up. We do offer resources. We do take the time to talk to them. We do handle the animals with care. We do respect the animals in our care. We do not mistreat them or anything, which fortunately Disney did the candid of animal control's bad. The dog catchers, well, we're more than that. We're wanting to partnership with our community, and we're hoping in turn with these candid ride-alongs with our officers to promote that you can come and talk with us, that we can give you those resources before it gets to a dire situation. February Success had a record-breaking month. And then across our photography session, February, March, we have a significant majority of future dogs leave the shelter and find forever homes with their placements. Throughout joint efforts like partnership with the Fur Fighting Mobile Grooming Team, we have consistently moved animals out to the shelter into the community. And you can click to the next one. This is our March stats on the Facebook. You can see on March 1st, we had a huge uplift and we went up from 900 followers in February up to 917. We have actually a 78.5%, so you actually see that going up from last month's on February where it was 77. It's only 1%, but honestly, when it comes to Facebook, that 1%'s everything because it is making a change. You can click to the next one. Beyond just our adoptions, this grant allowed us to focus on our community education in March. So here we actually partnershiped with an author who put this adoption event together. We got to try to speak with the public out there. We had more of an info booth since cats, at the time, we only had some feral cats. We can't really bring those out to the public. And so we were able to educate and promote as much as we can about cat education, cat care, and resources as in community cats, and resources for your cat that you can get, free shots, spay and neuter, stuff like that as well, especially for feral cats who a lot of the community do like to help out with the feral cat population and getting them spayed and neutered. March's summary is we had 4 dogs and 1 cat be adopted. Gulf Coast Humane Society had 1 cat. Another Chance RFT moved 4 dogs, and the Humane Society of Gulfport Fulton pulled 2 dogs, and Cat Friends Rescue sent 12 cats. So a lot of March's summary was our cats moving and leaving. And again, that's to Cat Friends Rescue. And you can do the next one. Our current year-to-date shelter status shows that we have a 118 gross outcomes, and that is 24% higher versus 2025 at our time this year, or last year. And our live outcomes have gone up 32% and versus the 2025. If you can actually,
Caitlin, it's 24% or 24 actual number?
it's 24%.
Okay.
And then on the return to owner, you can still see a high outcome in that, but if you look at the transferred out, it has shortened and the adoptions have picked up. Prior to when I was showing our yearly, right now, that's where we're standing and we're hoping that we can do that. Our life-saving rate is at a 93% and our adoption rate is up by 6% from our years from 2025. You can click the next one. And then this is our Market Days event, and we actually, Aransas Pass Animal Control had 7 puppies and 1 dog adopted, and we had 4 puppies and 3 dogs adopted, equaling out to 15 animals at one adoption event. So that was amazing to have that many animals leave. Prior to that, it was 8 animals between me and us and Aransas Pass. So having that up shows a lot that our advertising, this was our advertising that we put together by the professional photos that were taken of these dogs. We were able to make this to kind of make it more approachable to show the animals that we did have at that time. So we can click the next one. And then this is our upcoming event. This is going to be our Child's Education Youth Summer Program for 14 years and up. It is free. They are going to get to learn all about animal welfare, what we do, as well as the 5 freedoms for animals, which will help prevent animal cruelty when they're older, because they will understand the 5 freedoms that every animal should have, as well as the proper care for them, exotic pets including, as well as exotic pets that should not be pets. So that way we could eliminate any of those coming in anymore. As well, it will help them with the conservation and education of wildlife. I do have speakers coming. I am hoping to get more speakers to be involved, as well veterinary to come and talk to the children about their health and safety of them. So that is where we're at so far with the children education. This is going to start June 1st, and it will stay until right before they go to school on July 30th. They get 4 hours Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So ultimately, every hour, all those hours that they come, they will actually get volunteer and community service hours for every hours that they come to it. So, and that is our update.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you.
And this is just, so y'all know, this is just a report on what the community shop in their grant and what we're doing with their money. There's the other side too, with the enforcement side, but that's not part of this report. Item number 2.
I move to approve proclamation P-03-2026, recognizing April 2026 as Beach Safety and Rip Current Awareness Month in Aransas County.
Second.
We got a motion and a second.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. This is Beach Safety and Rip Current Awareness Month. Whereas April is designated as Beach Safety and Rip Current Awareness Month, a time to educate residents and visitors about the importance of safety while enjoying our beautiful beaches. And whereas countless visitors and local residents visit Texas beaches each year to enjoy the sunshine and the water. Whereas it is important that beachgoers understand that there are possible hazards when swimming, wading, or otherwise enjoying the ocean water. And whereas rip currents are powerful, narrow channels of fast-moving water that flow outward to sea with an average speed of 1 to 2 feet per second that sometimes increases to 8 feet per second. And whereas swimmers are caught off guard by rip currents and without proper education intuitively begin swimming toward the beach, which puts them at great risk of exhaustion, which can lead to drowning. And whereas it is critically important that beachgoers be taught the signs to watch for that may indicate the presence of a rip current, which include a break in wave pattern, a visible channel of chopping, churning water, a line of foam or debris moving out to sea, and a difference in water color. Whereas if a swimmer is caught in a rip current, he or she should remain calm and try to conserve energy by swimming parallel to the current until the rip current weakens and the swimmer can turn toward the beach. And whereas if a swimmer is unable to swim parallel to the rip current long enough for it to weaken, he or she should tread water or float and signal for help. Whereas beachgoers should familiarize themselves with the flag warning system in place at many beaches, used to signal when there are hazardous conditions, such as strong currents, high bacteria levels, and jellyfish or other marine life. And whereas recognizing potential danger and being prepared for hazards at the beach can save lives. Now therefore let it be known on this day, the 27th day of April, 2026, the Aransas County Commissioners Court duly convened and acting in its capacity as the governing body of Aransas County, hereby proclaims the month of April 2026 as Beach Safety and Rip Current Awareness Month in Aransas County. The Aransas County Commissioners encourage all beachgoers to take the time to learn about risks, including rip currents, and learn about the flag warning systems to ensure they have a safe, healthy, and enjoyable visit to the beach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Before we move on with the consent agenda, I meant to do this at the beginning. I'm going to strike item number 7. Ashley is ill today, so that will not be heard. All right, do I have a motion to accept the consent agenda?
So move. Second.
We've got a motion and a second. I'm going to acknowledge a couple of donations. We're accepting a donation of $1,210, and it's a discount on invoice from Portrait Barn for her services on the photography services, and a $700.15 discount on the invoice for her photography services. Also accept a donation of $50 to Aransas County Animal Care from Suzanne and Henry Durham and Janet Bass in memory of Linda Cobb. And that is all.
I have a question on one of the items. This might be for Marcia. On number 6, the ratification of the interlocal agreement between Aransas County and Town of Fulton. On page 3, number 6, it says the compensation and consideration for services provided from March 1, 2026 through December 31, 2026. Town shall pay county the total sum of $1666.67 payable on or before March 1st, 2026. But we're discussing this on April 27th. Does that matter?
I don't, Commissioner, okay, I don't believe so. This was just this interlocal was passed at the last meeting, but I believe the parties have been constructively utilizing the interlocal. If we
Okay.
need to,
Have we paid that money yet?
that's not a,
paying us.
Oh, that's right, they've been paying us. Okay, so they're paying us. All right, I'll
I'd
remove
assume-
that.
Yeah, at the execution of the interlocal, that would begin
Okay,
the agreement.
I'll remove my question, thank you.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 8.
I move to approve order number O-0-2026 to close and abandon and vacate a portion of 20-foot platted alleyway on Block 345, Manning Addition, Aransas County, Texas, recorded in Volume 1, Page 7 of the plat record for Aransas County, and being more particularly described by meets and bounds in Exhibit A and B attached to the petition.
Second. We got a motion and a second. Good morning, Ms. Capp.
Good morning. Really, the main thing I wanted to point out is that when you look at this particular block, it is close to one of our major ditches. However, one of the reasons why this vacating this alleyway would not prevent access to those lots is because it does have a improvement along those lots that will still allow for access. And so it will not create any landlocking that would be an issue.
All right, any questions?
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 9.
Move to approve final plat of 2720 State Highway 188, a 5.856 acre tract on Port Bay into lots 1 through 8, Block A of Redfish Camp Division. Should that be subdivision?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Got a motion
I'll second that.
and a second. Morning, Cat.
Good morning. This is the same plat that came before you as a concept plan. There hasn't been any changes to it, but if there's any questions, Mr. Reed is here as the engineer on the project, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that I can as well.
I just have a question. In the notes, they talk about the 25-foot shared access easement and then a 100-foot wide navigation easement.
Yes, ma'am.
That's sufficient for whatever the county might need to do?
Yes, ma'am. And the navigation easement is at the back, I believe is the, for the channel.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. You're off the hook, David. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Item number 10.
Move to approve continued negotiations of the interlocal agreement with the City of Rockport and the Aransas County Navigation District related to the City of Rockport's tax increment reinvestment zone, TERS number 1.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. This is,
So I'm curious why we have this on there if what we recently sent the city hasn't come before them yet. Are you thinking they're not going to go for what we sent them, or?
Have we sent them anything?
yes,
I believe Mr. Allison has been
I believe
working
they're
with them.
listening to it tomorrow at their meeting, or they're going to hear it.
Do you want to table this then?
I would suggest that we table this until after they've heard their comments.
Well, the motion is continue negotiations, and we are going to continue. It's up to y'all. If you feel better, table.
Well, I mean, we sent them the proposals that we need. I don't really care whether it's tabled or not, but until we hear back on what they thought about our proposals, I don't think we should move another step forward.
Sounds good.
So I move to table.
Well, the motion, still have a motion on it.
Oh, okay.
Shall I pull my motion and just move to table?
That'd be fine. Oh,
I'll second that.
It's up to you, Commissioner.
I'll pull it and move to table until we get some response back from the city, and then we can
Sure, for
look
clarity.
at those changes.
For clarity, language has been sent to the city. They're meeting tomorrow, is my understanding, on the TERS, and so the court wants to wait until we hear back from the city.
Right. I'll second that motion.
all right.
This is to table.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 11.
I move to approve authorizing the county judge to sign all necessary documents awarding the courthouse signage project to Corpus Christi Stamp Works, Inc., CCSW.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Our packet, we don't have pictures, but do commissioners have any questions? Elle couldn't make it. She's tied up at the transfer station currently with the electricians.
I'm just curious where some of these signs will be placed. I was looking through here. I think some are going on the outside of the building.
On the
Correct.
outside, one on the building on Live Oak and the other on Magnolia, I think the city's doing the same thing on their side of the building. And also signage inside the courthouse for the courtrooms, the JPs, my office.
So similar to what we had in like the temporary courthouse?
Yes,
where-
ma'am, I believe so.
Where there are like little signs hanging down saying whose office?
Actual like lettering.
I had a question about the effective date for the bid, because basically it said the bid they made was good for 10 days, and we've gone past that 10 days, so my question is if they'll honor that. Reference, if you go to page 3, and, let's see,
Oh, yeah, it's under the notes.
yeah, it says the pricing provided is, estimate is good for 10 days, and,
It was dated on the
under
14th.
notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're voting on this pricing. If it changes, we'll bring it back to court.
Okay.
Have we seen what they're gonna do? I mean, we're talking about it, but have we seen an example of what they're gonna do?
There are some pictures. I have them in my office. I wish they were in the packet. I didn't realize they weren't. But just lettering on the front of the building, on the sides of the building.
You've looked at it and,
And we still got to talk about, do we want it to say Aransas County or just Aransas County Courthouse or just courthouse? I believe on the City Hall side, it's just going to say City Hall. And that's the corners on Magnolia and Live Oak.
okay.
But yeah,
Well, I don't doubt that they'll look really nice, but it'd be nice to see, at least a rendering of what they're gonna look like.
okay.
And as far as it goes, I think Aransas County, Aransas County paying for it. I'd say Aransas County Courthouse.
Just more lettering.
Well,
All
it's up
right.
to y'all.
Any other questions?
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castelline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 12.
Move to approve interlocal corporation contract between Aransas County and the Department of State Health Services, contract number HHS 0017196000029 for Aransas County conduct mobile food vendor inspections and compliant investigations, issue accurate reports and submit reports to the Department of State Health Services.
I'll second that.
We got a motion and a second.
Good morning, Judge,
Morning.
Commissioners. How you doing? The environmental health and the county just we want to participate in this program, this interlocal contract with the state for the mobiles. They, July 1st, they're taking over all the permitting and basically all the enforcement of it. They're gonna, still employ us to do the inspections, and they're gonna give us a reimbursement depending on what class the mobile truck is.
So before
ahead.
July 1st, we issued the permits and we did all the work. They would
We still are until July 1st.
Okay.
It's still current, then after July 1st, they take it over. It's a pilot program from the state. There's a lot of moving parts. They really haven't gotten, I mean, they've sent us out the contract, and if you have an opportunity to review the packet, it's pretty lengthy. And
It is?
we would just like to participate in that program, because if not, I mean,
Well-
they're just gonna be able to come and go as they want without any inspections in our county besides the state.
So will our employees continue to conduct inspections?
Yes, ma'am. Well, the state will give us an itinerary of the mobiles that will show up in our county, and then they'll give us a schedule. The mobile units have to schedule every one of their events prior to them being here. So the state will let us know. Like I said, there's a lot of moving parts. They haven't really clarified how they're gonna do it yet, but
So,
they're supposed to send us a state inspector down to give us education on how they want the mobiles inspected, and we're gonna go through with that.
so the state's they're gonna have to go to the state to get the permit counted
Yes, sir.
statewide or whatever it
Yes,
is.
sir.
But it's still gonna be up to us by contract from the state to do the inspection.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If we agree to participate in this program, yes.
Oh, so if we don't agree to participate in this program, does that cut off our ability to inspect them?
Yes, it does, because they'll just be basically
A one-time
contracted through
inspection
the
somewhere in
state.
the world?
Huh?
A one-time inspection somewhere in the world?
They'll come, a state inspector will come, and maybe they'll inspect them, maybe, it just depends.
They must be gonna,
They don't have the manpower to
No.
do this, so, I mean, I would recommend, that we participate.
And how are the
Safety
fees
work.
assessed?
Depending on the mobile size, there's class 1, 2, and 3.
No, I mean, who's paying the fees and to whom?
The fees, what do you mean? Oh,
Inspection
the
fee.
mobiles will, it's through the state. If there's any kind of fees, like, if they have any violations, is that what you mean?
No, they're paying the state for the
Yeah,
permit fees.
Yes, they're totally permitted through the state.
And
We
they
don't get any, they don't come to us anymore at all.
The state will reimburse us for our service,
For the inspection
for the
part, yes,
inspection
Okay.
sir.
service, yes.
Yes, sir.
I guess the way it is currently, you got a food truck in Corpus doing a festival, and they got to get inspected by their health department.
Yes.
And then they come here, then we inspect them too, same mobile, same everything. They go to Palacios, same thing. But with this program, they just go through the state and they could go wherever.
Well, they have an itinerary, and if the state tells you they're coming in their area, they'll tell them that they're coming, and we'll inspect them when they come into the county.
okay,
They'll
so,
give us I'm not sure if we have to reach out to them or if they reach out to us to be inspected. But if they're not inspected, they won't be able to operate.
Okay.
Like I said, there's a lot of stuff still moving with the state and the counties right now.
What I'm curious about, will there be a loss of fee revenue for your department and to the county?
I haven't quite did all the numbers, but the reimbursement fees they're giving us are pretty substantial. And on the contract, I believe they give us a reimbursement fee up to a total of $68,000 for the length of the contract. So, I mean, I think it's basically about the same.
And is there a time frame under which they need to reimburse us those fees? Because
That's
we
not-
know how things are sometimes when we're
Yeah,
waiting on
that hasn't
reimbursement.
been discussed, ma'am. They haven't.
And this contract runs from July 1st of this year to August 31st of next year?
Yes, ma'am.
and all of the counties to be notified, counties and city, this will affect the city as well, right? Because we do all
This is the whole Aransas County. This is
Okay.
the whole county. What encompasses Aransas County. A little bit of Aransas Pass, town of Fulton, city of Rockport, and then the county.
All right.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 13.
Move to approve Aransas County Pathways selecting a firm from the pool of approved engineering firms to perform engineering services in preparation of the land use plan as required under the General Land Office Contract Number 24-099-005-E379 for the Copano Cove Ranch Acquisition Project.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Good morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning, Commissioners, Judge. Any questions on? We're just asking for the judge and the Commissioners Court approval to allow us to enter into a selection process with the engineer pool.
That's what it's for.
Sounds good.
Commissioner Cheney.
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 14.
Move to approve the elevator maintenance and repair agreement for the Aransas County Courthouse, including the MAX Digital Services Package for enhanced electronic monitoring and predictive maintenance with the TK Elevator Corporation, and authorize the county judge to execute the agreement.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second.
I have a question, Renee.
Yes, ma'am.
On page 2, it says, this agreement does not include any testing of any kind. What's that about? Isn't the elevator what they're going to be inspecting and testing?
This would not, so the testing is from the state, so that is a separate charge. We just recently passed the
Right.
test without
The
this
inspection.
agreement, so that is entirely separate.
Okay,
How often do we have to have them tested?
We have to have a 1-year test from the state, and then we do a 5-year test with the state.
Okay.
thank you.
And then monthly, my staff and I have included IT, just in case we do have an emergency. There's what they call a fireman's test, and it's quite extensive, that we have to go through all of the steps that a fireman would go through to make sure that if, in case there was a fire, the doors wouldn't, blare open and flames come into the, so it's all kind of a self-check with the phone system, the doors, and the audio alert system on what you would hear if there was an emergency, if someone was inside the elevator and was stuck.
So how often are we gonna do that?
It's a test that we have to do monthly.
Monthly, okay.
Yes, it's called the fireman's test.
Okay,
So
are
my-
we gonna, is the fire department gonna contract with us to do that?
No, staff will do that.
Oh, staff will do that. Okay.
Commissioner Cheney.
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye, motion passes. Item number 15.
I move to approve Resolution R-008-2026, authorizing the county judge to execute a rental agreement and oversee the daily administration of the community center and celebration plaza, including the adoption of the reservation policy, facility use fee, facility use agreement, rental rate schedule, that tongue twisters, days of operation, and facility rental checklist as may be amended from time to time by the county judge or designee, subject to ratification by the Commissioners Court.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second, and I should ask if anybody wanted to table this, because there are some issues that were brought up that I believe need to be changed and
Yeah.
brought before the Commissioners Court.
I would think so.
I think that's a good idea. I'll change my motion to table. I think that's a good idea.
I'll second that then.
All right, motion on the floor is to table.
I wanted to thank Ms. Kathy for her extensive look on that. I love to see that type of presentation. That's really good, and I appreciate that.
Commissioner Cheney.
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline.
Aye.
Commissioner Russo.
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick.
Aye.
Judge Garza.
Aye. Item number 16.
Move to approve authorizing the county judge to sign the county request for capital credits to be submitted to the Texas Comptroller Unclaimed Property Division.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second. Good morning, Madam
Morning.
Treasurer.
So we do this once a year. Unclaimed property capital credits comes from the electric co-ops. They give the money back to the county to be used by certain items. And the next agenda item will go over the literacy program.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 17.
Move to approve authorizing the county treasurer to disperse any funds received from the Texas Comptroller unclaimed property capital credits as followed: 50% to the Aransas County Library Literacy Program and 50% to the Children's Coalition of Aransas County.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second.
Is
So I-
Iris here?
Iris was gonna come, but I didn't see her. So she is okay on the funds that we have been giving her. Last year, we've got, $4,200, which gave her about $2,200. And then, the other category would be the Children's Coalition, which they appreciate the funds.
Cool.
I'd just like to hear about the library literacy program.
Yeah, she was gonna give y'all an update, but I
Okay.
should have called her, I guess.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Thank you.
Commissioner Castleline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 18.
Move to approve the candidate for Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Agriculture and Natural Resources Extension Agent for Aransas County.
I'll
Second that.
Got a motion and a
Good morning.
second. Good morning. Morning, Mr. Montemayor.
Good morning. Judge, for the record, I'm Donnie Montemayor, District Extension Administrator for the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service, and it gives me a great pleasure to bring you our finalist to fill the vacancy of Ginger Easton Smith that recently was retired as the Ag and Natural Resource Agent here. Bring to you Katie Clark. Katie is currently a 4-H agent in Liberty County with Prairie View Extension. It is considered an internal transfer from Prairie View Extension over to Texas A&M Extension. And so we were very fortunate to be able to bring her to y'all. She comes to you with an excellent background. She has a master's degree from Texas A&M University Kingsville in animal science with, I believe, a background in plant and soil science as well. She also has a background in youth development associated with shooting sports, horse, and something else. I forgot the last one. But that's pretty good? Okay, that's pretty good. Both of those. But I've known Katie for a little while. I actually did a mock interview when she was in college at A&M Kingsville. What I do is I go over there and I just kind of hang around A&M Kingsville to try to see if I could find some good applicants and things like that. Well, at the time, back then, I didn't have a place for her. So she actually got hired on by Prairie View, and now I was fortunate to be able to bring her back to us with the vacancy. I think her skill set is also going to be able to complement Megan and Pat at the Extension office and move the program forward. She's also very excited about working with the Master Gardeners, which is a big part of it.
Oh, yeah.
Aransas County is, I would say, not the typical ag county in the state of Texas or even along the coast here that we're used to, maybe associated maybe Nueces and San Patricio County, but it also comes with some challenges with water conservation, and associated with a lot of different things like that Katie is going to be tasked with as well. But I'd like to entertain your vote to welcome her May the 1st here. She will be going to new employee orientation. We call it Discovery Extension. Since she's already in Extension, but not an AgriLife Extension. So we're going to send her to College Station at the beginning of June for some orientation there at our expense. And yes, I just would like to entertain your all's vote to accept her at the current budgeted salary.
that Aransas County provides towards her salary.
When would she start with us?
May 1st.
Okay, so she'd be here for May.
Real
And then
quickly.
go to orientation in June.
Yes. It's 4 days, I believe, in College Station. Might be 5 days. I can't remember. Yeah. Do you have any questions for Kate?
Well, let's just hear why she's interested in being in Aransas County.
I'm interested in being
Go to the microphone.
I'm interested in being in Aransas County is because, as Mr. Montemayor said, I did obtain both of my degrees from Kingsville, but I also have roots in South Texas. My family has been in this area and up towards the George West area for about 30 years now. So while I'm from east of Houston, this place holds pretty close to me in my heart, and I'm excited to be here.
Good.
And
We're
what's your
glad to
last
have
name
you.
again? What's your last name again?
Katie Clark?
Clark?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Well, welcome, Katie.
Welcome, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Do we
you.
vote?
Yes.
Glad to have you here.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Hi, motion passes. Congratulations,
Thank you.
Katie. Excited for you.
Commissioners Court, I want to appreciate, thank you all so much for your support of our extension programs and our outreach. It's very fortunate that we have such a very generous and great group of people to work with. Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
Item number 19.
I say let's recognize Texas Association of Counties unemployment refund check of $19,384.12.
I'll second that.
I think
Yeah.
our
Desiree's gonna-
HR director's on her way up. Meeting the new employee.
Yes.
Good morning, Desiree.
Good morning. So TAC completed an audit of their unemployment funds fiscal activities for 2025. And during that audit, they calculate what our reserve balance is required to be. We had an overage, so that resulted in the refund of the $19,384.12. Last year's refund, which would have been for year 2024, was $17,822.16, and the previous for 2023 actually had a deficit, and we had to pay $5,651.26.
And I want to say congratulations, because as a former HR director, I know that you only get these refunds because you do an excellent job of managing your unemployment claims.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks for bringing that back to the county.
Thank you.
Thank you, Desiree. Thank you. Appreciate you. Bless you.
Thank you.
All right. Item number 20.
Move to approve the Texas County and District Retirement Systems renewal for plan year 2027.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Ms. Desiree, good morning.
Good morning. So the contribution rate for our TCDRS retirement account, it decreased from 9.51% to 8.95%. And I'm not proposing any plan changes, so signatures are not required. Do you have any questions on the decrease or anything from the plan documents?
No, just congratulations again, because any decrease in this contribution rate is effectively a decrease in essentially a tax. So
Yes,
it
it's less
lowers
than-
our expenses
Yes,
on
ma'am.
benefits.
It
Thank
does.
you.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Thank you, Desiree. Item number 21.
Move to approve budget amendment number 2026-1 to the 2026 annual budget, requesting to allocate $142,500 from healthcare sales tax revenue for meal assistance and community services.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second.
So was there any number that was already budgeted, or?
The only one that was budgeted, we did have a $60,000 for the Meals on Wheels with Council of Aging. Commissioners had decided to increase that to $100,000, so that's a $40,000 increase. We did the commissioners wanted to give the $100,000 to the Good Samaritans and then to the Extension Office for their community garden for $2,500, which includes, that is what totals the $142,500. This action just formally adopts what the commissioners had already wanted to do.
Formalizes actions we've already taken. Yeah. Thank you, Jackie.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Item number 22.
Move to approve accounts payable and payroll liabilities.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second.
You still have your two lists that we give, the one for payroll liabilities and miscellaneous checks. I believe you probably got another one, so we had a third because we had some jury distributions late. There's all of the invoices were normal invoices. We did have some that I'd like to recognize. As far as the community shop, these are in the 430 are grant funds.
Community shop or community
The community
center?
shop grant
Okay.
was $1,000 expenditure there to the Photory Barn, or I can't remember what her name is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Portrait Barn, I'm sorry, yes. Pape Dawson, under the MIT mod, was $118,395.50. That is for the flood plan. Hanson for the streets and the Lamar flood plan, or drainage work, I'm sorry, was $4,634.80. And then Double R Electric, which is doing the transfer station electrical work for the generator, was $10,411.34.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. Thank you. At this time, we hear reports from commissioners, elected officials, and department heads. Okay. Come on up, Ms. Franco.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Charity Franco with the Juvenile Probation Department, and I wanted to come by and share some news with the court. Many times when people think about our kids on probation, it's something negative. It's nothing positive. They think that someone's gotten in trouble. We took those kids for our spring break, and we said they have to have something to do, because idle hands will get them in trouble. So we had talked with my probation officers, and I said, for the week of spring break, I want some activities for these kids. When I asked them to step up, they did. During the week of spring break, the children on probation across our 5 counties, all the way from Tilden, George West, Aransas County, Sinton, B County, they all came together and they did different activities. On Monday, we took them out to Texas A&M. In Kingsville, they got to see what the college offered. Many of those kids had no idea what the college offered. They thought it was just classes and that's all they were going to do. They learned there's all kinds of other activities on campus. There's other things that the college offers them. On Tuesday, they came back out to Aransas County. They were out at Goose Island State Park. They worked with the Parks and Wildlife, the park, and they helped clean up. Those kids were surprised at how much trash and what the park was like. They're like, where does this come from? How does this get here? And they helped clean up, and they were very proud of what the work they did. They helped trim the trails. At the end of that, they were rewarded, and they got to do an archery lesson, which that was probably the highlight of their day. On Wednesday, they're back out here in Aransas County. They went out to Camp Arazazu. If you've ever been out there, the kids love that camp. We have been taking the kids for a few years now. Sometimes we take them twice a year, just depending on scheduling. They learn a lot about themselves. They learn how to have confidence. They climb up towers and jump off on zip lines. I'm not going to do that, but more power to these kids. They can do that. They learn to communicate. They learn to be team leaders. They learn to build together. One of the things I will tell you is some of these kids have never been fishing. They held up those fish, so those fish weighed 100 pounds, and they were like a little perch like this, but they're holding that like it's heavy. We are very proud of our kids. And I want to share, by Wednesday, many of those kids no longer had community service owed to us, but they still kept coming back. They kept showing up. On Thursday, we were in San Pat. They allowed us to use their dome. We did a virtual reality career exploration with the kids. They got communication skills. We taught them how to not only advocate for themselves, how to talk to each other, talk appropriately. None of this would be possible without the support of the courts that we have, without the support of Judge Garza sitting on my board. I just wanted to share this with you. This is a very proud moment for our department. It was shared with the Texas Department of Juvenile Justice. It was enclosed in their newsletter and sent across the state. But I wanted to come and tell y'all thank you, and just to let you guys know, there's more to juvenile probation than just the negative side.
I'm glad you came. Those are good stories.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charity.
Pat, would you please?
Daryl.
Thank you.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Darrell.
It is both with gratitude and sadness that I'm here today to announce the retirement of Lionel Vargas, the county's road superintendent, effective this Thursday. Lionel has dedicated 39 years of service to the citizens of Aransas County and the leadership of crews at Road and Bridge that maintain the county's roads, drainage outfalls, and rights-of-way. I think during that time period of 39 years, he's probably interacted with every single citizen of the county. And he knows everybody in this county, which is absolutely amazing. I asked Lionel if he'd like to come today and say a few words, but he is a humble man, and he believes his actions speak louder than any words he could say. And he always takes great pride in everything he does. It's been a great pleasure working with Lionel and getting to know him. He's been an amazing resource for me, bringing me on board. He's outlasted at least 2 or 3, I think, county engineers and road superintendents. He's going to be a big loss for the county. I know where he lives. I'm going to definitely invite him to breakfast from time to time and pick his brain. But there will be an opportunity this Thursday at 2 p.m. at Road and Bridge to come by and speak with him, tell him thank you for everything he's done, and wish him well on his next adventures in retirement. There'll be refreshments served there as well.
Cool, thank you. The only thing I got is this morning the KDBI, the drought index was 527. We are still in a burn ban. The numbers are still too high to lift it. A lot of counties around, surrounding counties have canceled theirs, lifted theirs, but our numbers are much higher than the surrounding counties. So still in it, may stay in it for a while. Desiree, you got something?
I just wanted to let the court know that under the sheriff's approval, I've worked with Jeremy Patterson to set up an active shooter training for all employees, and that will be in June.
Oh, great.
So I'll send out an invitation closer to the date. So.
Will there be several different sessions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
There
that's
will.
good.
There will
Yeah.
be 2 different sessions, a morning and an afternoon session.
Thank you.
Just because we're in the new courthouse, so it'd be a good training to have.
All right. Thank you.
I wanted to tell you, I missed a meeting in Sinton last Saturday because I went to the wrong address. I got to take care of my notes better. Anyway, I talked about this issue that San Pat and Corpus Christi, Nueces County, thing having with the water issue. They had a rancher and a hydronomist, whatever, a water scientist, about the problem that if Nueces County comes out and puts some of these wells in that they're talking about, how it's going to affect the people in the community that have water wells. I did not hear their presentation. It's not a long presentation, but I would like to have that on the next agenda. And I think this is an issue that we have to deal with, and we can't keep putting it off. I think we've got to deal with it severely because the growth in this area, unless something drastically happens nationwide, worldwide, is not going to get less. It's going to increase and increase and increase, and I'm very concerned about that. It's so expensive to follow the problem after it is an emergency than it is to get ahead of it. I'm not proposing anything, I just wanted it on the agenda to talk about it.
All right. Renee, you got anything?
I was just listening to what he said. I agree.
Oh, okay. Nanny, you got anything? You good? All right. Cool. We'll move on to reports about items of community interest. No action will be taken. Got Ms. Caitlin coming up.
We have another adoption event happening on Market Days on May 18th, I believe. It's a Saturday. We're going to do it again from 8 a.m. to 3 in the afternoon. This time we won't have the adoption trailer because they have a prior engagement, so the dates didn't match up. But we did reach out to AirServe, and they are actually going to let us borrow some portable ACs for us to put on the animals, and have some people are letting us borrow some extra pop-up tents for us to have them under, so that way they're safe and everything as well. And then again, we're having that big youth camp this summer, June 1st. We are asking as much as the parents to RSVP with us so we know how many are going to be attending. We do have some paperwork for them to fill out so that way I can get it ready, but I'm also making them all little name tags so that way they have it for every day that they're coming. So, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that wraps that up, and I don't believe we need to go to executive session, so I'll entertain a motion.
Move to adjourn?
Wow.
Second.
Commissioner Cheney?
Aye.
Commissioner Casterline?
Aye.
Commissioner Russo?
Aye.
Commissioner Dupnick?
Aye.
Judge Garza?
Aye, motion passes. We are adjourned. Thank you all so much.
That's the fastest.